Injuries explode in Green Bay, and the Dallas game could turn into a nightmare? Matt LaFleur just dropped the bomb. 3 key Packers players are at risk, and none of them are easily replaceable. Devonte Wyatt, Zach Tom, and Javon Bullard. Names you might not scream in the stadium, but they're the invisible gears keeping this machine running. Wyatt, the defensive tackle anchoring the heart of the defensive line, limped off late in Week 3. Initial diagnosis? Day-to-day. Sounds light. But don't be fooled. The Packers only have 3 active DTs on the roster. If Wyatt goes down, the defense that allowed just 2 20-plus yard plays all season could unravel in minutes. Because against Dallas, you're not facing any offense. You're facing a still angry Zeke Elliott, Tyler Biadasz opening holes like a bulldozer, and Dak Prescott targeting exactly where your line is weakest. Scene: Monday, training facility. LaFleur at the presser, tired eyes, calm voice, but his words weigh like lead. It's not serious, but we can't risk it. Cut to the locker room. Wyatt seated, ice on his knee, staring at the floor. He knows. If he doesn't play, Brooks and Ford will have to carry the world on their shoulders, and they're not ready. Not yet. Stat that terrifies. When Wyatt is on the field, the Packers allow 3.1 yards per carry. When he's out, 5.8, almost double. Dallas knows this. McCarthy knows this. They'll attack there, with or without warning. Brutal contradiction. How can a team that started 3-0 with elite defense be on the verge of collapse because of a knee, an oblique, and a concussion? The answer: fragility. A roster too thin to survive the NFL grind. And now? What will LaFleur do when Parsons and Lamb hit the field? What if I told you there's one player on the Packers, not even injured, who could be more decisive than all of them combined? But he only steps on the field. If Bullard can't play, who is he? And why might his presence save, or destroy, the secondary? If you want to know who this secret player is, leave a like right now, and subscribe. Because on Wednesday we reveal everything, including LaFleur's Plan B to contain CeeDee Lamb, Zach Tom, the comeback that almost backfired, and the offensive line nightmare. He returned, played 1 snap, and left. Sounds like a joke, but it was real. Zach Tom, the right tackle who injured his oblique in Week 1, tried to return against Cleveland, and lasted less than a TV timeout. LaFleur was clear. He wasn't ready. Period. But what does that mean in practice? Chaos. Pure chaos. Against the Browns, the Packers used 8 different offensive linemen in 4 different lineups. Translation: Jordan Love was playing on a puzzle that changed every snap, and he still posted a 98.4 passer rating. That's not luck. That's a miracle. Scene: Sunday, 2nd quarter. Tom lines up for the snap. The Browns' DE charges like a bull. Tom blocks, but his body locks up. He limps off the field. On the sideline, the trainer whispers, "Don't force it." LaFleur nods, and Jordan Morgan enters. The rookie holds firm, but you see the fear in his eyes. 1 mistake, and Love gets sacked. 2 mistakes, and the offense stalls. Number no one saw. On snaps where Tom was on the field, just 1 versus Cleveland, 38 in Week 1, Love was pressured on 11% of dropbacks. Without Tom, 29%. The difference between protection and panic. Plot twist. What if Tom's failure in Week 3 was actually a plan? LaFleur knew he wouldn't last 60 minutes, but needed to test him in live action. Why? Because against Dallas, the right side will be Micah Parsons' number 1 target. If Tom isn't 100%, Morgan will be slaughtered. So, was it a tactical test or a miscalculation? Does Tom return against Dallas? Or does LaFleur stick with Morgan and risk Love being hunted by Parsons all game? The decision drops Thursday and could define the season. Comment: Tom plays or Morgan holds. Let's see which side of the fan base has more guts. And if you believe Love can win even with a patchwork line, smash that like. The next block reveals the nightmare no one wants to talk about. The scene sent chills. Javon Bullard, the starting nickelback, collided with Key Walker and dropped like a rag doll. Silence in the stadium. Players kneeling. Medics sprinting. He woke up, but entered concussion protocol. And now, against Dallas, the fastest offense in the NFC, losing Bullard is like losing your car's brakes. He's the guy who covers short routes, who shuts down the middle, who stops Lamb from turning into a first-down machine. Without him, Plan B is Nate Hobbs, former nickel for the Raiders. Solid player, but does he even remember how to play the position? Because in Green Bay, he's only played outside CB. Switching positions in 4 days against Lamb and Cooks? It's like asking an F1 driver to pilot a semi-truck with no training. Scene. Film room Tuesday. Jeff Hafley points to the screen. Hobbs, here. Valentine, here. If Lamb cuts inside, you cannot be late. Hobbs swallows hard. He knows one wrong step equals a touchdown. Cut to Carrington Valentine, the rookie who will have to take over as CB1 if Hobbs moves to nickel. He stares into the mirror in the locker room. Repeats, I can't mess up. I can't mess up. Comparison. That scares. With Bullard on field, 57% conversion rate on short third downs by opponents. Without Bullard, practice simulations, 79%. Dallas lives off this. McCarthy will exploit it until it bleeds. Should LaFleur risk Bullard if cleared, or protect his health and hand the game to two improvisers? There's no right answer. Only consequences. What if I told you there's a fourth player, hidden on the roster, who can play nickel better than Hobbs? A name you've never heard, but LaFleur has already tested him in secret practices. Who is it? We reveal next video. But spoiler, he came from the USFL. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Because Thursday we drop the name of this player and the secret play that could save the Packers' secondary. If you think Dallas will blow up this defense, comment Cowboys 40. If you believe in a miracle, comment Green Bay Wall. The most dangerous game of the season. And why LaFleur is playing chess alone. It's not just about injuries. It's about survival. Against Dallas, the Packers can't afford a single mistake. Not on the line. Not in the secondary. Not in adjustments. Because McCarthy knows every Green Bay weakness and will strike with surgical precision. If Wyatt doesn't play, Zeke runs for 100 yards. If Tom doesn't return, Parsons hunts Love like a predator. If Bullard is out, Lamb hauls in 10 catches before halftime. And LaFleur? He's preparing a plan mixing bluff, adaptation, and tactical genius. Sources say he's already rehearsing formations with only 2 DTs and using Rashawn Gary as an inside rusher to confuse blocking schemes. They also say Valentine trained 300 reps of man coverage against receivers faster than Lamb. And that Hobbs spent the night studying 2022 film when he played nickel in Vegas. Final scene. Saturday night. LaFleur alone in the meeting room. Dim lights. He stares at the whiteboard, crosses out names, redraws arrows, murmurs. If they think we'll break, they'll be surprised. He knows. He doesn't have a perfect roster, but he has scheme and guts. Final stat. Since 2020, teams that lose 3 starters the week before a game win only 29% of the time. The Packers are in that group. But since LaFleur took over, when the world doubts them, they win. Record in games after key injuries? 9-4. Tribal conflict. Are you on the team that believes in the scheme? Or the team that thinks injury is injury? And Dallas will bury Green Bay? No middle ground. Pick your side in the comments. What if I told you LaFleur has already decided to start a player not even on the official depth chart? A name that will shock even the Cowboys coaching staff. Who is it? We reveal Wednesday. And you'll only see it here. Smash like. If you believe the Packers can win even with a patchwork roster. Subscribe because the next video will blow your mind. With the secret player's name, the game-defining plays, and frame-by-frame analysis of what could be Love's grittiest win yet.